What were you guys singing? I'm sorry I missed it.
Various songs that included the lyric "ooh."
Yo, some fucking bops, man.
Ooh, baby, do you know? Was that one of them?
It wasn't, but that's a third.
Yeah.
Now it is.
How far can we go with this?
I do think that mine and Andrew's, though, did have that lyric in the title.
Oh.
So I think, maybe we have to find one that's actually in the title. Andrew's is spelled weird.
What was Andrew's?
Ooh, child.
Yeah, ooh, child. And it got spelled like O-O-H, child.
Yes, it is confirmed.
Yes. Mine's baby.
Run the Jewels has a song called Ooh La La.
Are they cool? I thought I heard they did something problematic. No, am I thinking of Moby? I thought they might have done something problematic a while ago.
I mean,
Moby!
Moby has some fucking problems.
Moby and Run the Jewels.
Also very different.
Okay.
Run the Jewels had some shit because Killer Mike came out as like, not came out, but he just said that he's pro-gun because he thinks that black people should be armed.
Oh.
And then the libs, they came at him.
The SJWs were like, no, black people should never. Yeah. And then they got really confused and just like tripped over themselves comedically.
Well, people got upset with Killer Mike of all people for having...
Yeah, his name is... Like, we could never have seen this coming. Killer Mike, no. I thought you were so mild-mannered.
Yeah, Killer Mike, you would never advocate for killing machines. This doesn't make any sense.
Fucking lukewarm take from Killer Mike. Hey, if crazy white people have guns, black people should have guns too. And when somebody tried to cancel him over that, get the fuck out.
Killer Mike! You maniac.
I thought you were family friendly.
Yeah, I thought you were a gentleman.
But you know what is going to be family friendly?
3 gentlemen on a podcast.
And that podcast is episode 107 of the Voluntary Viewing podcast, recorded on August 9th, 2020. On the podcast today is a man who's about to say why his Blaseball team is the best, Andrew Clark.
Yo, do you like wings?
I do.
Do you like wild wings?
Yes.
Do you like Mexico? Be careful with what you say.
Yeah. That was a loaded question, motherfucker.
Sure.
Well then, the Mexico City Wild Wings are the team for you. I still haven't really been able to get back into Blaseball.
You guys got into it like a day before they're apparently going to be down for a week for maintenance. So
yeah,
bad time to get into Blaseball.
I came back in last night and it's like the season's over. And I'm like, okay. So I like cast a vote and then that was it. That was all I could do.
Yep.
Also on the podcast today is a man who's going to say why his Blaseball team is the best, Ryan Holtz.
Let me just sit down for a second and just talk to you a little heart to heart. What makes America actually great? Like beyond just
wings.
Beyond just the stereotypical nationalistic sentiments, the city on a hill arguments.
Mm-hmm.
In all reality, it's natural beauty and splendor. That's something that America has that a lot of countries don't. And after being protected by the federal government from various presidents such as Teddy Roosevelt, I think our national park system is something that just doesn't get enough credit in everyday American life. So why not celebrate the crown jewel of the national park system in Yellowstone, the greatest location of a baseball team in history?
Is this just like a travel ad?
Would you say, I don't know, what's the sensation when seeing Yellowstone's just gorgeous natural rock formations?
In a couple of years, this thing's gonna take out the whole fucking Western Hemisphere.
Would you call them magical?
Ooh, I would call them magical.
The Yellowstone Magic is the only team to choose. There really cannot be an argument for any of them, even though half of them are meme teams. For this one, they went authentic with it. They really dug deep into themselves. They did some introspective reflection and arrived at just the most wholesome, beautiful name for the most wholesome, beautiful baseball team. Yellowstone Magic, all the way.
I want to vote for you for something, maybe like maxing out at like a state senator, congressman, but definitely like, if you want to be an alderman, you have my vote, Ryan.
I'm bland and white. I can literally automatically be on a city council.
I can do anything.
I can't necessarily do anything, but literally that much will get me on a city council if I choose to.
Last up on the podcast, we have me, Lucas the Writer, a fan of the best Blaseball team, the Chicago Firefighters. Why are we the best, you ask? Well, let me tell you.
Because you're the worst in the league.
And because of that, we got Alex Trollolol in the Soul Swap, best pitcher in the league on our team right now. Not to mention bunch of other great blessings. Let me tell you, once Blaseball comes back, next season is going to be fire. And who's going to be there to fight that fire? The Chicago Firefighters. We're from Chicago. That's all I got.
Is that their motto?
Yes, we're from Chicago.
Is it legitimately?
Yes.
Oh. Where do you find that information?
You click on the team.
Oh, mine's just Wings Beer Baseball.
Wait, baseball or Blaseball?
Or
Okay.
Blaseball,
Yeah.
sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mine, much like my slice of Americana that I
Oh my
gladly
God.
served up to you, is as above, so below.
That really sounds like they're foreshadowing the eruptions. It's Yellowstone.
Look, we're the intellectuals of Blaseball. You know, I don't like to brag, but to be fair, it takes a very high IQ to understand the Yellowstone Magic.
I'm clicking on all the teams now to see what their mottos are. This is pretty fucking funny. The Kansas City Breath Mints. Fresh breath, here we come. The Hawaii Fridays is just it's island time.
That's a real thing, by the way. Island time
I know.
fucks with college football bowl games sometimes.
Unlimited tacos is 72 degrees and infinite. What does that even mean?
It's a thinker.
Is that the temperature you need to cook ground beef to so it doesn't have salmonella?
No.
No, it
72?
definitely should be higher. I mean, maybe
It's
that's
room
the
temp.
joke, is that they were... I mean, maybe the joke is that they were only cooked to 72 degrees.
They wouldn't be cooked. That's room temperature. You leave it outside of the fridge for a few hours. It'll be cooked to 72 degrees.
It's 160. It's 160 listeners at home.
If you killed a cow and just took that meat, it would be cooked warmer than 72 degrees. You'd have to actually cool it down to get to 72.
The Miami Dale, their motto is just Dale.
Ah, that's a reflexive one.
Yeah.
It's meta.
I
I feel like it should be Mr. Worldwide or something.
Oh.
Yeah, that one would have definitely been better.
So both Eat the Rich and Interview, both of those won the league-wide elections, and Eat the Rich did what it said it was going to do. We all have more Blaze Bucks now. But yeah, Interviews unlocked more player stats, more player information. Apparently, items and armor are a mechanic in this game, and I'm interested to see how that's going to pan out.
My best players or my best pitcher's blood type is acidic.
Is that a buff? Is that a nerf?
I don't know. Her evolution is base. Her pregame ritual is photography. Her coffee style is Americano. Blood type is acidic. And, of course, her fate is 72.
What's the soul scream?
Nailed
it.
I love it.
Also, no armor.
Oof.
And her current vibe is excellent.
Good for her.
Yeah, nailing it. My best player is Francisco Preston, the batter. 4 stars of batting. No big deal. He does have 2.5 stars of pitching, so I feel like he's better than half of our pitchers. So, anyway.
Oh.
Evolution base. Pre-game ritual is fishing for compliments. Coffee style is cold brew. Blood type is H2O.
Oh.
And soul scream is XO, yo. So there you go.
So when it says fate, is that like how long they're going to live?
I don't know.
No one knows.
Because Francisco Preston's fate is only 31.
Oh, that's concerning because Alex Trollolol has a fate of only 20.
Oh. Oh, what if that was the cosmic evil of all this shit? Is that, what's his name? Alex Trollolol, just superstar player, came straight out of high school. This dude is, 19 years old, and, he got kind of passed around the league due to some weird demon shit, and he found himself in the Chicago Firefighters, and he's gonna die in, 5 months.
Also,
5 months would be decades worth of seasons.
Oh, yeah.
So,
good point.
Also, I apologize. I've been mispronouncing his name. It's actually Axel Trollolol.
Oh, yeah. How dumb of us.
Good thing we got all that dumb out of our system because we're moving into News of the Week.
whoa.
Trump just signed an executive order banning transactions with a major stockholder in WeChat, Tencent, as a part of his tantrum against TikTok. Tencent, of course, also has major financial stakes in a host of gaming, music, and entertainment companies. While this is set to go into effect in 45 days, Trump may have just unintentionally bankrupted or at least undercut the likes of Riot Games, Epic Games, Activision Blizzard, and upwards of half of the gaming industry. Also, Spotify, Discord, Warner Movies, and Universal Music Group. Or it might just be TikTok and WeChat. That's not really clear right now.
I think that they did later make a statement saying that it would only affect WeChat and TikTok.
But if that's not in the executive order, then I mean, it's already shaky legal ground, but
The
Yeah,
Patriot Act
obviously.
will only affect the terrorists.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That could never backfire.
Yeah, I love how this whole thing is oh, we gotta, ban TikTok and WeChat. What about the information? Don't you guys want to make sure that your information is private? Only we, the government, can take that because we think you're terrorists.
There definitely is a xenophobic bent to all of this, right?
I mean, yeah. It's,
You're talking about the Trump administration.
True.
yeah.
A xenophobic bend. I think it's just... This is just
it
xenophobia.
Is it possible that the Trump administration may be doing something with nationalists or racist undertones? Here to comment is Trump's press secretary.
Yes.
Wow, you're really bad at your job, press secretary, but I appreciate the honesty.
Some would say that would make them good at their job, but
Maybe.
So yeah, that's a whole fucked up situation, and I imagine there are going to be some economic ripples where everybody eyeing up a partnership with a Chinese company right now is like, maybe nah. And that could... Yeah. Yeah. And of course, not to say that Tencent isn't like a giant, also evil in their own way company.
None of these people are innocent. It's just we know why this is happening.
Yeah. We don't know why for certain, but we can make a guess as to why Carrion's Switch icon was changed.
What?
It absolutely is a vagina.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't think I looked into this one before.
Just open the link.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That is just a vagina.
Yeah. People totally just approved of it. Just like,
What is this from? What the fuck is Carrion?
It's a pretty cool indie Switch game where the gimmick is that you are playing as the like amorphous blob monster trying to escape a government facility.
The vagina?
Yes.
Okay.
Although it's kind of more squiddy in the new one. Hard to say.
Squiddy.
Formerly a vagina, now a squid.
It's just like
We're all grown up.
It's like a Fiddler on the Roof musical. I was a vagina.
And now I'm a squid.
You're can't wait for the Splatoon crossover. You're a kid, you're a squid. You're a kid, you're a squid. You're a vagina, you're a squid. You're a vagina, you're a squid.
They said I was worth 2 cents, but I think I'm worth a quid. Ah, damn it! Fuck. The syllables. We're never gonna be ready in time for premiere. Got 2 weeks of rehearsals left to get it right.
You better go redo that script, and you better get it down right, god damn it.
Put that thing back where it came from, or so help me.
Striking writers for the visual novel Lovestruck reached an agreement with their employer, Voltage Entertainment.
Sounds like a game.
I mean, I don't think you guys would consider it a game, but I definitely do.
I was being ironic because usually it's the other way around. People like Kotaku report it as a game, and then people are like, "Don't you mean visual novel?"
Yeah, this is pretty cool, pretty great to see. I think, especially with, it sounds like people at Blizzard are kind of mounting to do their own unionization thing. Yeah. It's weird.
There you go.
A PlayStation event reveals that Bugsnax is a mystery thriller.
It's like Shutter Island.
Yes.
Bugsnax.
You're not that far off.
What the fuck,
I
man?
know you guys watched the trailer, but just for our listeners who didn't, I want to let them know, apparently the whole premise of the game is that you are a reporter who is going to Bugsnax Island and investigating because the walrus lady from the first trailer is sketchy and maybe running some kind of scam, and it seems like it might be like a more nefarious Jurassic Park situation.
Jurassic Park was pretty nefarious.
Yeah, from the beginning, that was a little nefarious.
Yeah, they like fucking made they shirked God and then killed hundreds of people. So if this is more nefarious Jurassic Park, holy shit, we are in for something.
Can I just say though that the picture that they're using has some questionable things on it? Like things that have very real world consequences, like the fucking radio towers and the real world analog being 5G. There's like a bug that kind of looks like the COVID thing, and it's like, why? Not natural. Created in a lab, real world analogy. Some flat earther stuff on there. Obviously, Illuminati stuff. Yeah.
Where are you seeing this?
It's the like cover photo on the Kotaku article. It's like a dude standing in front of a board with his arms crossed.
That okay.
And the board has a bunch of real world analog conspiracy theories. which would be cute if they
man.
weren't very dangerous in today's society.
Oh, man.
And kind of affecting people's brains in a very negative way. At least there's no anti-vaccine stuff that I can decipher.
Well, not yet.
Yeah, that's the next announcement.
Oh.
And the hippo, the walrus lady, she's a billionaire and she wants to track us
Chip
all
you.
with chips from the vaccine.
She's gonna chip you.
Biggest political commentary of 2020, Bug Snacks, forces us to ask the questions. Yeah.
I refuse to participate in Bug Snacks. Not because of the problematic shit or the real world
Wow.
analogs, because it has bugs that are also snacks.
Yeah, the problematic shit.
Do you refuse to participate in the Lion King?
Because the bugs were snacks.
Because there were bugs that were snacks.
Oh.
Answer the question.
Andrew, if you don't play Bug Snacks, you're basically saying fuck Timon and Pumbaa.
You're a hypocrite or a loser.
I might be both.
You can choose both. Don't know why you would, but you could choose both.
Society always tells you gotta choose between one thing or another. And I say, fuck society, I'm choosing everything.
You're like Rorschach blended with Mr. Robot, which is a show that you haven't even seen. I say, fuck society, because they're just out there to whip little girls. That's every monologue from Rorschach ever.
Okay, if we're starting to get into this territory, we gotta hustle up just so we can go off about the boys. Geo Media, the conglomerate that
child. I don't know.
Geo Media, the conglomerate that owns Kotaku, Jezebel, Zombie Deadspin, etc., laid off half of their video team without notice because, you know, it's not like Kotaku's highlight reel wasn't a really successful YouTube series that they just got rid of.
Oh, they got rid of highlight
Yeah,
reel?
they fired the guy who did that.
Oh, that was the only reason I followed Kotaku on YouTube.
Well, you can unsubscribe now.
Fuck.
You can speak with your wallet by unsubbing.
I don't pay anything.
They lost.
I mean, you're the product. You get advertised to.
God, yeah. Ever
Or
since
do you, Andrew?
What do you mean, or do I?
Did you whitelist Kotaku on your ad blocker?
I don't have ad blocker.
Oh my god, Andrew. Every once in a while, I'm reminded that you live in like the early 1900s.
Century.
And here's another one of those moments.
Marketing has no effect on me anyway. Ad blocker would just put white spaces over what is already white spaces in my brain.
Here's the thing.
I've evolved past marketing.
Everyone thinks that, and literally no one is above it. Everyone thinks that marketing doesn't have an effect on them.
Special brain.
But they always just don't realize the passive impact, the soft power of marketing.
Hey, I'm not buying Bug Snacks, am I?
Was that marketing?
Advertising failed.
You're going to buy a PS5.
It's because I want to.
But that was what that event with Bug Snacks was for.
Nothing to do with
Okay.
advertising.
Probably has to do with the fact that you owned a PS4, which has to do with the fact that you owned a PS3, which may
It's
have
not
had
brand-
something to do with...
It's free will. It's not brand loyalty. It's free will.
I have free will. There's no such thing as destiny. There's no such thing as destiny.
What did the
Aaron Paul said so in season 3 of Westworld.
Oh no. You're quoting season 3 of Westworld to us.
What if the PlayStation
Yikes.
5 comes preloaded with Bug Snacks?
Ooh.
Oh no.
Controversy.
The decision of a lifetime.
What if the PlayStation 5 has like a little prompt? It's not... Bugsnax doesn't come pre-installed. That'd be patently ridiculous. But what if as like a Bugsnax promo, the PS5 box includes some like fruit gummies that are shaped like bugs.
Oh my god.
Do you have to immediately burn it with fire?
Wait, hold on. It is not patently ridiculous that the PlayStation 5 might just come with bug snacks. I mean, after all, the Wii came with the best Wii game free.
Are you saying that Bugsnax is the best PS5 game?
No, I'm
Confirmed!
saying that if the Wii can come out with the best Wii game being included, the PlayStation 5 can include Bugsnax.
First of all,
because it'll be the best PlayStation 5 game?
No. It might be a fucking tech demo for all we know.
all those Wii Sports plebs out there never played Wii Sports Resort, and it shows.
Nothing television film. Moving into the other category, more of a PSA than anything. Don't buy shit from Teesprings. Apparently they're a fascist company that lacks self-awareness. Says somebody who ordered something on Teesprings like 12 hours before this came out.
Did you
return
return it?
Teesprings is.
I cannot.
Ah.
Teesprings is just like a giant online, like mostly shirt, but also like other decorative stuff, like printing and shipping company. You send them designs, and then they turn it into a shirt and other stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what happened? They just were people uploading like Nazi and white nationalist shit on there, and people were buying it, or what?
Yes, that's still happening. But the real kicker is that they put out a tweet that said something to the effect of, "Yeah, we're seeing people post a lot of violent Antifa content on our site. So we're gonna pull all of that down and review it. We're not fascist, though." Yeah. That's a little weird. It's a little suspect. Well, leaving the aforementioned Nazi stuff up on their platform. It's all in the tweet thread. Fuck it, let's just... Nothing in the meme corner. Skipping breakouts. We can loop back to that. Group chat. Andrew, how far are you in The Boys?
4 episodes.
Jesus Christ, I love you.
That is more TV than you've watched in the last few weeks, and you did it in one day.
So you are at the halfway mark.
Jade had to work today, and so this morning I got up, I swam some laps, I watered my garden, I came inside, I made some lunch, I made some salsa with tomatoes that I got from my garden.
Christ.
And then I sat down and I turned on The Boys.
So you lived your Normcore life for the
It's
first...
not Normcore, my
half
tomatoes
of
are
the day.
delicious, fuck you.
The first half of the day, and then The Boys rescued you from the Normcore.
First off, the first thing I did was go swim laps, which you did the other day as well. Are you Normcore, Ryan?
That's pretty... ad hominem attacks will not distract from the message.
Pretty suspect. I think Ryan is accusing me of being Normcore to distract you all from the fact that he, in fact, is actually Normcore. It's like when those pray away the gay pastors are actually gay, but they're so anti-gay to throw you off their scent.
Like Ezekiel?
Like Ezekiel.
Also, Andrew,
two wrongs don't distract from the first wrong. Things can be bad simultaneously.
I'm not Normcore just for making some goddamn salsa.
I didn't swim laps and then go pick heirloom tomatoes from my fucking garden and then make
They
salsa.
weren't heirloom tomatoes, they were yellow grape tomatoes.
Oh, God. I ate instead 12 Taco Bell tacos, so that balanced out the laps.
One way or another, I think we should all agree that's worse.
That is, it might be worse, but it's not Normcore.
I think Taco Bell is pretty Normcore.
Oh, come on.
Dude.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Eating mass amounts of Taco Bell is not fucking Normcore.
First off, Taco Bell sucks.
Wow.
Second of all, Taco Bell, very Normcore.
You have shown your true colors,
Taco
sir.
Bell is the most normie fast food restaurant.
Dude, you're
out there.
insane. Compared to McDonald's,
Yeah.
no.
Andrew, come on.
It does not get more Normcore than McDonald's. That is insanity. You are unhinged. Your true colors are showing, and honestly, I'm not even angry at you. I just hope you get some help.
Taco Bell is so bad. There were only a handful of good things on the menu, and they took almost all of them off the menu.
You can't go wrong with the beefy 5-layer.
Andrew, there is no way in...
Pretty sure they took the beefy 5-layer off the menu.
We got it yesterday. It's on, baby.
What items did Taco Bell get rid of?
There's no way in hell Taco Bell is more normcore than Subway.
Oh,
a place where you can order fucking white bread.
Yep. Lucas actually nailed it. It's absolutely Subway.
Yeah, Lucas might be right. Okay, it's Subway, closely followed by Taco Bell.
You can at Subway you can order a ham sandwich and make someone else make it for you. You can get white bread, have them put ham and provolone, and eat your ham sandwich.
That is definitely the most normal. you got me there.
Just a little bit of light mayo, please.
Oh, light mayo. The light mayo.
Yep. Nope, you nailed it. It's absolutely Subway. Jesus Christ.
I want a foot long. No, I want a 6-inch sub with ham, provolone.
Light mayo.
Light mayo.
And then I'm going to get
iceberg lettuce.
And I'm going to get a bag of classic Lay's.
Yes.
Just fucking bland ass potato chips.
No, baked Lay's.
Oh god. At least that feels like it's starting to get hipstery though. Might be getting out of Normcore. I feel like
I don't think anyone eats baked Lay's because they like them.
I think
it's just people that are trying to watch their figure.
I like baked Lay's.
Oh my god.
Do you like baked Lay's more than standard Lay's?
Yes.
Oh.
It's a texture thing.
I agree with you, and I think that standard Lay's have better texture.
Yeah, no, baked Lay's, one, they do have less flavor, but that's not the egregious part. It's that the texture of baked Lay's is so off-putting.
Yeah.
It's wrong.
It's wheat thin texture without wheat thin taste.
Yeah. Because, you can enjoy some wheat thins.
That's because you're just eating salt.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which is fine, once again.
Yeah, if that's what you're into, go ahead. Lay's are not low sodium by any means, but baked Lay's.
Our middle school had baked Lay's, and I would be lying if I said I didn't get them every once in a while, but
if they had not eating anything.
Yeah, if they had standard Lay's, no way. They had barbecue baked Lay's, which was at least some little bit of flavor.
There's flavor there.
Yeah. But even then...
Okay, I have a question for you guys. Okay. I have a feeling I know where you guys might land. And if so, have mercy on me. How do you feel about salt and vinegar chips?
I don't think I ever had them, and I think I have no desire to try them.
Absolutely disgusting.
Oh.
Beyond reproach.
I think I was right. Salt and vinegar chips are, I think, maybe my favorite flavor of chip.
Oh,
buddy.
They are just everything that my body craves.
You are...
When I open up a bag of salt and vinegar chips, I literally start drooling.
Your body craves hostility and hatred. It is so
good. It's just... That was me doing a chef's.
Yeah, I heard it.
The salt and the vinegar combine in a way that is so savory and satisfying, and it just makes your mouth ache.
You are
with how good it is.
You are like the extremophile bacteria that live on the vents at the bottom of the ocean, and you really like being just absolutely destroyed.
You are
no except reason. They're not being destroyed. They thrive.
Exactly. Oh no, they thrive under that condition. Conditions that should absolutely be the worst thing imaginable for every living thing, except for you and them.
So what you're saying is that I am just stronger than the rest of you.
No, because
you were all too weak to enjoy salt and vinegar chips.
Andrew, we're saying you're the most boring kind of masochist.
Yeah, you're not an extremophile bacteria. I was making an
It doesn't hurt. People talk about salt and vinegar chips. They're like, oh my god, it just blisters your mouth and it's so good. It doesn't. It doesn't hurt. It just tastes
Andrew,
good.
It can leave some sores.
Andrew, you're going to look me in the eyes in front of the corpse of the god that we killed on this podcast and say you would rather have salt and vinegar chips over cheddar ruffles.
Cheddar ruffles are very, very good. Those are by far, absolutely second favorite flavor of chip.
Too low.
Salt and vinegar are just my favorite.
If you
They're
want to
a special treat. I don't let myself eat them all that much because I know eating vinegar is not good for you.
bit of a delectable treat.
Yeah, no. Cheddar ruffles is my go-to.
Yeah, that's one that you can just
chip.
shout out on. No negative health effects whatsoever.
No. The moral implications aren't there. But every once in a while, I just cave.
It's like the baby bird that they cook and then have to eat under the napkins so that they can hide their shame. That's you with fucking salt and vinegar chips.
See, what happens with cheddar ruffles is I will eat them like normal chips and they're really good and I like them and it's all fine.
When you're out for a
If I
stroll.
get salt and vinegar chips, I will inhale the whole bag and I know that if I keep doing that, I will die.
Yeah. No. Freezing cold take from Andrew Clark, ladies and gentlemen. But, some of us are just built differently. And we need to celebrate our differences. I see you, Andrew.
30 seconds ago, you called me a masochist and
Called you an extremophile.
You called me a single-cell bacterium.
Yeah. You are comparable to a single-cell bacterium. That doesn't mean I don't see you. In the Navi sense of the word.
Oh my god.
Also, Ryan, I didn't know that covering their head with a napkin when they eat that bird was a real thing. I thought that was just something that American Dad made up, but no, that's real French cuisine. Okay.
I think it's real.
Yeah.
It was also portrayed on Succession, which you guys could also check out. It's pretty good.
So popular, in fact, the bird almost went extinct, and they had to restrict. Oh my god. Okay.
What kind of bird was it?
Ortolan bunting.
Yep.
Means nothing to me.
Humans are monsters.
I mean, compared to salt and vinegar chips, I'm sure that means nothing to you.
I knew exactly where this conversation was going to go.
You brought it up!
Yet I started it anyway. No, I did. And like I said, I knew exactly where it was going to go. I knew I was going to say, how do you guys feel about it? Lucas would say, I have no interest in them. Ryan would say something completely over the top, like they were the fucking bane of human existence and they would bring us back to the Dark Ages. And then I would say that I really like them and get effusive in how much I like them, and then he would just go back and forth like that.
Oh no, you're breaking us down.
Oh,
it's like the series finale of Community when Abed does his episode and it's just the formula. No, you figured it out.
We have a formula. I cracked the code.
Lucas is the diplomatic one who's just trying to keep us on track. I'm the one just spinning us out of fucking control and making Andrew a madman in response.
And Andrew's the madman.
Yeah, and Andrew is the man with the lit match in a diesel factory. No, not diesel, because diesel doesn't explode. A kerosene factory. I don't fucking know. God damn it, fuck. My references are really lacking behind.
Sugar factory.
Ooh, I don't.
Sugar is highly combustible.
Okay, I thought that was going to be a very off color.
I think you can use flour to make a powder bomb.
You can, and corn dust.
Huh.
Corn silos are fucking ridiculously flammable and will explode.
I would say they're tinder boxes, but they're like on a next level. Tinder boxes don't hold a candle, literally.
Guys,
boxes
we're on a fucking list now.
Yeah. No, if you guys really want something, you just take diesel and you boil it and you... No, stop.
And while you're at it, here's how you extract the stimulant from coca leaves. If you need to fund your operation to the point where you can actually destroy infrastructure, growing and selling drugs is a great way to start.
If you've got a lot of buddies, you can set up what's known as a mule system and all get different cold medicines at different times at different stores across the state using their IDs.
Or you can just have your really fast friend deliver it to people.
Hey,
I don't know.
Bringing it back.
No, I understand that reference, but that might be a spoiler for Andrew.
Well, no,
You've gotten that
I've
far?
seen the first 4 episodes. Yeah.
I don't know how far that is in this series.
The girl that was being, held captive, but is like clearly like being experimented on, like escaped and was in the subway, and then they like gassed her, and now they're gonna take her in somewhere. And then the plane thing happened.
The plane thing happened.
Can't you just fly harder what the fuck does that? What?
That's when the show got like really to where like
Lift
you're
the
like
plane. There's nothing to stand on.
Yeah, what the
We're
fuck?
in the air.
And he's just like, you can just fly under it. He's like, I'll just punch right through it. I'm a tiny little object in this massive fucking plane. Like, what? It'd be like a bullet going through it. And you're like, oh, so like real world shit really applies here. Like, we kind of knew that already, but yeah, there's not going to be any like fake shit going on in this show. Huh?
No.
Even when it's convenient for the plot.
Do you think that started out with the writers, like, maybe at some point trying to come up with some sort of over-the-top show of, like, who these, like, superheroes are, and, like, one of them was like, oh, what if, like, he saves a plane from crashing, and then they, like kind of went with, like, okay, let's see where the holes are here.
Yeah.
If a man actually tried to lift a plane out of the sky, what would happen?
I mean, so this is adapted from a comic, and I'm very confident that the author of the comic just, like, how do I make it very obvious that this character is just not Superman in this universe, and then the fucking plane scene is the perfect way to do that.
Yeah. I think it was basically like, we need to kind of have like a reveal for all of the main quote-unquote heroes, like why they're not good. Mm-hmm. And ironically, it's kind of a spoiler, I'm not going to get into it, but yeah, like Homelander was the one that they were like, he's different. Like, as far as I can tell, he's actually just a fucking superhero. And then
but he's a psychopath.
That had to make him, like, then they had to make his reveal the worst, like,
so
next level shit.
Homelander is basically, if Superman believed all of his hype, like, oh yeah, Zack Snyder pitching me as a god among men, yeah, I am that, and the only thing fucking anchoring him is what's basically an Oedipus complex. It is amazing.
So, kind of, okay, so that may have been a spoiler, but I think I could kind of see where it was going anyway, so I'm not gonna hold that against you.
Well, okay, it's not.
I think that like most of the other superheroes are like, oh, I've got a thing. I'm super strong or super fast, or I got bone claws. I'm invisible, like and because of that, because
I've got
they're
gills.
Fucking yeah. I talk to porpoises and sometimes have sex with them, and like. It's them buying their own hype because in real life, most of the time, that's what would happen. People that are just literally a different species that is better than other people would, believe it and, think of themselves as better. But Homelander, at least to this point, is so far and away above all of the other superheroes in terms of, how powerful he is. And so... whereas the other superheroes might be gods amongst men, he's a god amongst gods.
Yeah.
Just like Superman.
So he has no reason to like ever think that he should behave like a regular person because he's not. And it's horrifying.
Yeah. I think that's probably the seed of the story, right? Is like taking a deep dive into human psychology and what would actually happen if Superman existed. Mm-hmm. Like that was, in my idea, the conceit for the show, and then he had to like build around, what the consequences of that, how it would impact other people's lives.
Yeah,
and that's like the main character, even though it's not the main character sort of thing. Like, that's the core idea that then sprawls out to, the graphic novel and then the show.
Yeah.
So
just like, oh yeah, if superheroes were real, they'd probably be involved in some weird late stage capitalism bullshit, and there'd be like a bunch of wrongful death, horrifying things going on all the time.
God, how well does the show sell Vought as, hey, what if Disney also wanted to get into the PMC game?
Yeah, it's pretty solid for that.
I almost, like, a couple episodes into the show, I do like the show. I'm not going to say it's like, oh my god, like this is, the next show that I'm going to fanboy over, but like I do really like it so far. I'm very interested in it, and I almost gave it a knock early on because I could predict a lot of the things that were going to happen like well before they did, but then I kind of like looked at what I was thinking about it, and I thought, that's not really a knock, because it's like, what would happen in the situation if superheroes were real? And some of it's like, very like, yeah, like, of course this would happen. And then it does. The superheroes being super rapey, and just a woman walking on the street getting blown into 1,000 pieces because the Flash couldn't see where he was going. And just crazy shit like that. Seducing a senator and then shape-shifting into a fat man to blackmail him. Just, yeah.
Okay, how do we kill this guy with indestructible skin? Well, what if we put a bomb inside of him?
It's the Ant-Man Thanos meme.
Yeah.
Come to life, baby. Man.
Yeah, I'm really digging the show too. Being finished with it, I do have a couple of criticisms, but we can definitely wait until next week when you are. I mean, you're on track to finish it by then, right, Andrew?
Yeah, I'll give it a go.
Okay,
I'll try.
Cool.
It's gonna give it the old college try.
But then
I never understood where that reference came from.
Tommy R.
God.
He's the originator, actually.
Oh,
he's the first one to ever say the college try.
There's a photo from like the early 1800s at Oxford, and then we like look closely, and it's Tommy R, and he looks exactly the same.
Yikes! If he looks exactly immortal. The same, he's kind of fucking terrifying.
That's because he's a vampire.
For his entire life, he looked like a man in his early 60s who's like slowly losing his mind.
Well, I mean, I assume for the first 60 years of his life, he didn't look that way, and then he became a vampire.
No, Tommy R is just a ghost from The Shining. He is that always, perpetually.
It was a cheer to urge a team on. Dates from the 1930s when college football films were very popular.
Huh.
Because college football used to be bigger than pro football.
Oh.
So in theory, it was that. It was give them the old college try. Fucking 1930s, man.
The last thing I wanted to say about The Boys, and Ryan, I'm sure you have some closing thoughts that aren't spoilers also, is that I love how close the show gets to just being like fucking edgy bullshit, but then has the self-awareness to pull back from it. Like, you can tell that, like, if handled by a worse group of people, this would basically be the movie Wanted, but with superheroes. But no, they actually navigate that really well, and I think have some pretty powerful messages in it because of that, and I dig that.
The one thing that I will say about The Boys that makes me, and not, again, this isn't really a knock, this was something that kind of just took me out of it for a moment, is that all of the characters are, like, in their own ways, such pieces of shit that we had to give one of them, like, a really, like, sad backstory to explain why he cared about the girl that was being human trafficked.
One of them. Oh, Andrew, you've got 4 more episodes. You had to give one of them a backstory for why.
No, I'm not saying that the other ones don't have a backstory. It's just like, why do you care about this girl that was clearly kidnapped and sold to be experimented on? Well, you see, when I was a little boy,
my father was a bipolar.
Most of the time, I cannot understand what Frenchie is saying.
I don't know, Ryan, you got any hot take, closing thoughts on the boys?
I mean, I just think, the thing that keeps them grounded is that they're trying to say something.
Right.
I think if you got, like you said, the worst group of people to handle it, then they would literally be doing the stuff that they're doing for edginess sake. But they're you can tell that they're at some points literally beating you over the head with the message because they have a message.
Mm-hmm.
And in a show about superheroes that's trying to be a super dark, realistic portrayal of what superheroes would actually be like, it'd be very easy to just not have anything to say and just be like, oh, it's nihilistic, it's all just dumb. No, they clearly have a message that's supposed to apply to the real world.
Me, having binged all of it this past week, and granted, I think it might have lost us a little bit as time went on, but then it was just mostly focusing on the story more. It was really hard for me to watch this and not just think, oh, this is all about cops.
Plenty of it's about cops.
Yeah, I was gonna say a lot of it is about cops.
Yep.
There's definitely more going on, but there is a lot about cops.
There's plenty of cops, plenty of capitalism, plenty of
corporate America, and
plenty of just the state of inequality on our planet. There's plenty of it.
Yeah.
It's all plenty to go around.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can't wait until you watch the season finale, but not because of what you might think. There's one moment that's one of my favorite moments of the entire season that's a super understated, amazing moment. And I just want to see if you both picked up on it after Andrew watches the season finale.
Ryan, can you text me that right now?
I can hop off right now and you guys can talk about it.
No, we're not. No.
All right.
Not even the chance that we can spoil you on this, because buckle up,
It's a minor moment.
Okay.
It's definitely not what you're thinking of, I imagine.
All right. What else are we checking out that we can talk about together or individually? Because I got a doozy, but I might go off for a little bit about it.
Oh, really? Are you making your own salsa?
Andrew, when you told that story, I just imagined you wearing the biggest sun hat made out of straw the entire time. Even when you were swimming, even when you were preparing the salsa, you were just wearing that giant gardening hat all throughout.
The whole time?
Yeah.
I'm wearing it right now.
It's nice.
I shower in it, sleep in it, take my little siestas.
Jesus
In
Christ.
that straw hat.
Yeah?
No, I do not have a straw hat.
Your khakis, your reading glasses.
My mug that says some dumb dad joke.
Yeah. Your sandals that have the little Velcro straps on them.
Oh, the straps on them, yeah.
The Jimmy Buffett soundtrack playing in the background.
Now, you mentioned Jimmy. I got a Kiss the Chef apron on.
Oh, no. Kiss Me, I'm Irish. That would be better for you.
Yeah. I'm going to go on Amazon right now.
Oh, no. Doing all sorts of bad shit. Bad equals normal. Fight the power. Oh, man.
Okay, I'm done texting Ryan about the boys. After 135 hours, I have beaten Persona 5 The Royal. God damn it.
Did you save this for last just because you wanted it to be the last thing we talked about?
No, I'm perfectly fine if you guys have your own stuff to bring to the table, and I look forward to talking about that if there is anything. But holy shit, I think this game is, in my experience at least, never has a good game overstayed its welcome for me as much as this one has. Does that make any sense? I think I enjoyed this game, but went on far longer than it should have.
I'm going to say something.
Yes.
So, maybe this is a good game. I haven't played it, so I'm not going to judge it one way or another. But do you think that maybe since this is the second time you've put 130 hours into it, maybe that's why it overstayed its welcome?
Maybe, and
Shocked Pikachu face.
like, yeah, this could have just been DLC, and if it were a more ethical company than Atlas, this definitely would have just been DLC, and not cost me another $60. But yeah, that's definitely a part of it. God, still can't say I had a bad time with it, though. I don't know. I guess what was just the most frustrating for me, and like why I think it definitely dragged in the latter part of the game, is that this game is definitely like a male power fantasy where main character doesn't have any kind of personality, so you can totally self-imprint, and then that's just not interesting after a while. Like, that's not... I don't think that's great storytelling in most video games anymore, beyond like a Pokemon level of engagement. So, yeah, good game, recommended, but also too long.
Yeah.
Not like Red Dead Redemption, a very tight and what is the word I'm looking for?
Concise
game.
Have you finished the epilogues yet?
Not quite. I've put like 10 or 12 hours into the epilogue. Still not done.
It's not really an epilogue anymore, is it?
It's just a second game.
Okay. Second game's strong, but I mean, yeah, it's trying to wrap up quite a bit of content.
It's also not bad, and as someone who like played and fell in love with the first game, this is like I really enjoy this kind of seeing where that gap was bridged. But definitely Red Dead Redemption 2 ended with Arthur dying, and then this is less of an epilogue and more of like a prologue to the first game.
Oh,
not a dig. Just saying.
That's really
a lot of game there.
Huh. That's a really interesting take. Okay.
Definitely got plenty of prologue in there. Especially the build a little house montage.
Yep. I was very surprised when the Build a Little House song started playing.
I thought it was really pleasant. That was one of my favorite moments of the epilogue.
Not bad, not a dig, just was not expecting it. I've seen a lot of Red Dead Redemption 2 meme videos where that song has been playing, and I thought it was just, that's because that's a Western sounding song that's kind of like funny and awkward sounding. So it goes well with memes. But nope. There was a deeper meaning.
Malumbago.
But first off, apologies. It just started pouring rain by me, so sorry, listeners, if any of that picks up on my mic. So then I assume the epilogue is like, this is when everything really falls apart and the gang's broken up like they are at the start of the original Red Dead. Is that fair?
No, that's
the end of the game.
Oh.
The story of Red Dead Redemption 2 was basically the gang falling apart.
Oh, okay.
And the epilogue is, the gang is no more, and then it's John Marston basically, like, kind of
wrapping up
getting
all those loose ends.
Yeah, and getting to where he was at the beginning of the first game.
Does John play any different than Arthur, or nah?
No.
Okay. All right.
Just a different voice.
That's fair.
Different character too. Like they changed
no,
a lot of
it's
lines.
a different character. I mean, like when you're playing as him, like the character is definitely different. But like if you're just exploring the open world and you told someone, here's Arthur and here's John, is there a difference? They'd say, well, the voice is different.
Sure. But they did actually like go in depth and change a lot of lines and interactions. It's kind of really interesting. Like they went fucking hard to make sure that like there was a distinction between the two when you were playing.
Like if you do a side mission as Arthur versus as John 5 years later or whatever.
Yep. And if you interact with people that you interacted with as Arthur then you can talk to them about Arthur and like as John, and he'll have different lines than Arthur would have and stuff. So. They went hard in the paint. But there is mods though to just replace John with Arthur.
No.
They replace his character model and the voice acted lines, all the ones that are, that were doubly recorded.
Yeah.
So there is a happy ending mod, kind of. It's not quite as creepy as the Fallout 4 mod where your spouse survives. They cobble together a bunch of the voice lines.
Oh no.
That sounds really, really bad.
It kind of works in a really weird way. There's really weird moments where like the only line that they could find clearly doesn't fit very well with the conversation that they're trying to have, but like very high effort mod, and then you can just be companions with your spouse for the entire game. And I mean, really, after the initial conversation, it's just like any other companion where you can hit discuss and they'll be like, wow, the world is so different now. That's crazy. Like, it doesn't go too in depth with companions once you've gotten past the initial interaction. So.
Well, I'm glad we have that on the table at least, if we ever want to wrap up the Adventures of Roof that way.
Or you could
Season
get Man
2.
Beast.
Man Beast.
Man Bust.
Where's my office lanyard?
Yep. Someone went really hard. I think those two things. I think 1999 by Auntie Donna was like peak Auntie Donna popularity, and Fallout 4 when it released was like peak Fallout 4 popularity, and these two kind of weird cultural things just came together, and someone made a Man Beast mod for Fallout 4. You gotta love it. And when he one hits a fucking Queen Mirelurk, you're like, yep. Makes sense.
Speaking of that stuff, I'm sorry. I've had like 1,000 calories today, maybe, and most of that is alcohol. Ryan, what are you checking out?
Lucas. No.
Yeah, we're not going to just brush over that.
No. What the fuck, Lucas? Did you not eat today? And how much have you had to drink?
I've had 2 drinks. One before and then
calories each?
No, like 200 calories each. But then, yeah, I was at the bar, so I had like a PB&J on toast for breakfast, and then, like whatever I could snack on there a little bit. But yeah, I was working. I didn't have time to sit down for a meal. I'll eat something probably right after this while I edit, but no, that's where I'm at for now.
Okay, well, raise your hand if in the future you're okay waiting a little bit longer to start the podcast if it means that Lucas can eat dinner.
I mean, my plan was to eat before, but I had to stay late because we popped off at the end. It was a whole thing.
Well, I am sorry.
Is Chicago, like, good to be popping off? At this stage?
Better than most is my understanding.
Is it though?
Chicago
cases COVID.
We're cities for COVID.
Illinois added over 2,000 cases yesterday. And Cook County is far and away, like ridiculously the most in the entire state. Like by 10 times as many as any other county. So I'm going to guess it's fair to say that there was at least 1,000 cases yesterday in Chicago. So...
I mean, compared to... according to analysis, 20 metro areas with the highest daily rates of newly reported infections as of Wednesday were Los Angeles, Long Beach, Phoenix, Houston, Riverside, San Bernardino, Dallas, Chicago.
So top 10?
Per capita, I think we're fine.
But once again, you realize what you're comparing yourself to. Comparing yourself to the United States. We're like literally COVID central, like far and away the worst country.
Also true.
And there's plenty of other countries that have handled it way better than us and are at a better place with the virus that are still completely shut down. So just because you're better per capita than some areas of the United States does not mean you're good to go.
Yeah, but at least we won't have Social Security for very long.
Or the mail.
Yeah.
I bought some Bugs Bunny stamps. I did my part, and you can too, listener.
Or an election.
Yeah, that would help. That would help as well.
Honestly, democracy's pretty overrated, am I right?
Buy some stamps or vote. Or, hey, fuck it, go crazy. Do both. But actually, make sure you at least do the second one. If you want to buy some stamps too, cool.
But what if you can't vote because you've been purged off the voter rolls and you've passed the deadline for mail-in ballot applications in your state?
Yeah, if you...
Then what, Andrew?
Then fucking burn it down.
Take it to the streets? Oh wait, then you'll get kidnapped by federal officers. Then what, Andrew?
I would say use that one phone call to, call your congressman, but we all know that'll do fuck all.
Wait, try to resist arrest? Then you die. Then what, Andrew?
Well, then you're dead.
Ah, cool.
But at least you died fighting the good fight.
No.
Face down, and no one will know it was you.
Aww. Yep. Don't die for anything. It's not gonna be remembered, man. It fucking sucks, but it's true. Don't fucking die for anything.
Ryan, what are you checking out?
What are you dying for, Ryan?
Nothing.
Oh.
Taking my own advice. Do as I say and as I do.
Oh.
I finished Dark Season 3. It's fucking wild, homie. It's good shit.
Quantum even.
Yes. To be fair, you need to have a very high IQ to understand Dark, the German TV show on Netflix. But yeah, the show went from Where is Mikkel to I don't fucking care.
When is Mikkel?
Well,
why is Mikkel?
That's the season 1 finale, that transition. So that'll tell you what seasons 2 and 3 got into. Because, yeah, that was the first mind-blowing. It goes from where is Mikkel to when is Mikkel, and then it goes to no, when is anything, and then it goes to when is, and then it's just because your brain is just fucking porridge in your skull. Yeah. And that's the trajectory of the show.
I don't think I've ever eaten porridge, actually.
I don't think I have either.
Huh.
It's not great.
Some of y'all haven't eaten porridge in it shows.
Oh.
I saw someone that said, like, they posted a tweet. This is kind of meme corner, I guess. It said,
Go for it.
My first struggle meal. And it was like a normal ham and cheese sandwich, a bag, like a tiny bag of Doritos, and like a fucking like Nutri-Grain bar with the Gatorade to drink. And everyone was like, Jesus Christ, that is not a struggle meal. Like, turns out your struggle meal is just my lunch. And someone was like, looks like someone hasn't had sleep for dinner. So, yeah, I was a little depressed by that. I was like, has this person ever eaten ramen if that's their struggle meal? But, yeah.
Oh my god. So I had to make a quick breakfast and get out of here and start my day. So, instead of my normal breakfast, I had to make, just one standard latte and a poached egg.
I was going to say I couldn't poach my egg. I had to go over easy.
Oh, no. Of course they had to poach their egg. Even if you're late, you got to poach that egg.
Yeah. Got to poach that egg.
But you couldn't have your side of smoked salmon and fucking
hash browns,
bacon, and breakfast potatoes.
Yeah.
Prepared by Horatio.
Oh, Horatio, huh? Day in the life of Horatio.
some
homie be out there
bitch's
poaching that
private
egg.
chef.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Horatio be poaching that egg, fam.
You know he'd be poaching.
No, not be poaching. Horatio ain't living if Horatio ain't poaching.
You're not going to catch Horatio not poaching.
Oh, no. Horatio wouldn't be caught dead not poaching. Or shit, fuck. Back down.
What is happening?
Oh no, Horatio. He wouldn't be caught dead not poaching.
He would be caught dead not poaching, because that's the only way he would be not poaching, is if he was caught dead.
Yep. Yeah, Horatio poaches till Horatio dies.
This is one purpose in life.
Yep. And he poaches everything too. He poaches exotic animals. Poaches eggs. What
else?
Man.
Is there any other definitions of poaching that I'm missing out on? Shit. Poach definition.
Real estate? You know, like you can sneakily buy up land under other people? Is that a thing? That should be a thing.
To become sodden by being trampled also means to be poached.
By hoofed animals.
What? That's so fucking specific.
Good for Horatio. Getting weird with it.
Horatio straps on the Nike hoof print and starts stomping around on the lawn. Never be caught dead not poaching.
No, that's actually how he was caught dead. He's like, if I'm going to go out, I'm going to go out poached. And he just throws himself in front of a stampede of wildebeest.
Horatio poaches himself. He does a lawn cosplay and just covers himself in like sod and then gets trampled by a stampede.
The gang poaches Horatio.
Horatio, my guy, you've been poaching for way too long. We're going to give you a poaching break. The gang who poaches Horatio.
Fuck. What the?
I think we've improv'd enough today.
I mean, we have been pretty good at it.
We are improv elitists.
If we want to call it here, though, I am very okay with that. Thank you all so much for listening to episode 107 of the Voluntary Viewing podcast. If you like what you heard, like, comment, subscribe, etc., leave a review. Also, be sure to check us out on Patreon. A lot of great tiers. Donate if you're financially able to. Otherwise, you can send us an email with your questions. Kind of have like a loose mailbag thing going on in the quarantine cast. So, definitely check those out. Coming out pretty much every weekday, either solo, duo, or all three of us casts. Definitely check us out on Twitter, though, at V2_podcast. Yeah, get all of your updates there. Also, check out me, Lucas DeRuyter, on Twitter. Usually, like, got some hot takes related to writing stuff, trying to be a freelance writer. But right now, my Twitter is basically just a Chicago firefighter stan account. Our email is voluntaryviewing@gmail.com. Don't know if I said that. Apologies. But regardless, be sure to check out the Act Blue link in the description of this episode. Make a donation there. It will go to a collection of great causes. Who wants to end this on a note that will help people get through the rest of... get people through this next week?
There's protesters in the United States that are facing life imprisonment for
mischief,
throwing paint on the ground.
Yep, literally criminal mischief. And they're being charged with a gang enhancement that could potentially give them life in prison. So, people that painted windows red are being charged the same way as if a group of 20 people broke into that building and kicked the Attorney General to death.
All while a Portland police officer literally firebombed people.
Also in LA, today there was a pro-Trump protest in Beverly Hills that had a police escort, where 2 months ago, the Beverly Hills Police Department was beating people with clubs and mace for protesting an actual thing. I don't know what a pro-Donald Trump protest would look like.
There was a mass protest at Madison's Capitol building yesterday to protest against the mask order. And guess what? The police didn't form a line and push all of those people out into State Street before beating the shit out of them and then throwing a bunch of tear gas.
That's crazy, fam.
Maybe it's because those same fucking cops went out and publicly said they would not enforce the mask order.
Fucking...
Yep.
Hey guys, we're not gonna do our jobs. That's what that's fucking advertising. Pieces of shit.
I mean, how about this? The handling of the virus, the mishandling of the virus by the Republican government, led by Donald Trump, might end up costing a year, 2 years of our lives.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, literally, we're in the prime of our life. We should be out doing whatever the fuck we want.
We should be bopping.
And literally, we are not allowed to. Like, literally, if you talk to people in their 60s, if you could go back to any age, what would it be? Most of them would say 25.
Yeah.
It's literally where we are. That is literally being stolen from us. And then people have the audacity to blame it on millennials for just simply trying to get some level of normalcy and going out to the club because they've been misled by those same Republican leaders.
Yeah, those
saying
people
that it's fine to do that.
They're like, either those Republican leaders are saying that you don't need a mask, that it's safe to go back to, normal, or that it's just not real altogether. And then when people are like, all right, let's get it.
Yep. And then the numbers get worse, and they blame millennials.
Yep. And let's be perfectly clear. Those people should not be doing those things, but I understand it.
If there was bipartisan, stay the fuck home, this is really dangerous, there would be a lot less people trying to do that.
It's because
the fact that they've created some sort of side, that you can take sides on whether or not this virus is going to kill people, has absolutely enabled hundreds of thousands, probably millions of people to be incredibly irresponsible.
This could have been
and as a result, that is, again, just stealing more and more time from the literal prime of our life.
God, I would give anything to be able to just hang out in a bar filled with other 20-somethings without worry right now, and not even successfully flirt with strangers, but just, have that experience again. This is awful.
And this has possibly permanently ruined my brain and how I'm going to perceive group settings, because I know a lot of people experienced this early on, and much like everything in life, it took me a while to catch on. But I finally have started experiencing things where if I'm watching TV shows and I see people sitting next to each other or hanging out in a building, I'm like, they can't do that. Yeah. They're not wearing masks.
Shaking hands, and you're like, oh, fuck, why?
Yep. And it's like, oh, wait, yeah, no, that was just an episode of a TV show that was filmed 5 years ago.
And it might literally still be a couple years before we can actually return to that.
Yep. I saw my mom on Saturday, and my dad, and my sister got word on Friday that she is, in fact, does have to go back to work being a teacher, and that they're going to have all in-class teaching, no virtual, none of that, and it's being mandated by the county. There's nothing the school can do, and it's fucked. And my mom had a mental breakdown because she's literally not going to be able to see Abby unless they are standing across the street from each other for the time being, because Abby is going to be put in one of the more transmission risky situations you can be in, a classroom with 30 fucking kids.
Yep. So, I don't know. Get mad.
Get mad.
The prime of your life was literally stolen. Look at countries like New Zealand or even Vietnam and be like, turns out you can absolutely manage this. Would the United States have probably had some minor outbreak? Absolutely. Did it have to be where we are?
We could have handled it.
No.
We could have fucking handled it. Like, it would have happened, and we would have been like, oh my God, it's so horrible that 7,000 people died in America. That would have been awful. That would have been horrific. It would have been a travesty. But we are so far past that at this point we'd be like, oh my God, only 7,000 people died?
Yeah. I've seen that online where people are like, wow, look at this country. Only 10,000 people died. And it's like, Jesus Christ.
We are so fucked.
Yeah.
Like, morally, historically, economically, emotionally. It's just, we are gone, man.
Oh, man.
But, hey, there's some people coming back from their weekends. Is there anything you can do to give them hope? Well, I think if we all get together and, make sure that we stay home and wear our masks and, try to social distance, I still don't think there's a way we're going to have a handle on the virus before the next 18 months.
Yeah. Well, what do you have to say about different protection? What can we limit international travel? Can we establish testing tracing programs? Couldn't that slow?
That would have been great 5 months ago.
Yeah. Alley-oop. Oh man, everyone watched that clip too, because climate change is still a thing.
Yep.
That didn't go away just because
No.
tens of thousands of people are dying every week, month, whatever.
In the long run, climate change is going to kill more people than COVID did. Unfortunately, a lot more.
Yep. But might not be as American, so
Yeah.
people probably won't care in the U.S.
Ugh, this didn't have to be normal. Fuck. Okay. Well, this.
At least we're all sad now.
Yeah, this kind of backfired on me. What are you doing, DeRuyter? You know you can't hand it off this late in the game.
You know where it's gonna go.
That's actually Lucas's inner monologue. Fucking shit. God damn it, Lucas.
DeRuyter, come
You should have known this is going to happen. This is the formula. Andrew says something that outlandish, and Lucas reacts away, and Ryan reacts away, and then Andrew counters with whatever, blah 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 blah. Lucas said, "Hey, is there anything else?" Ryan and Andrew get very, very sad and pessimistic.
Damn it, DeRuyter. You could have just gone to the rim, finished this thing 10 minutes ago, but you passed it, and now look where we're at.
Yeah, no, you
pass the ball to George Hill, and this is what happened.
Oh no! Fuck. That one hits close to home. Yeah, no, you literally had done the rap, and said all the thank yous. It was time to go to the clap sync, and you were just looking for one little fun send off, and you came our way. And you knew better. You were supposed to be the chosen one.
Here's the fun send-off before we go to the clap sync. Played a couple hours of Papers, Please. Good video game. Thank you for recommending it, Ryan. Still batting a 1,000 on recommendations.
Ew.
Yeah.
And I'm not a good video game recommender.
Hey.
Historically speaking.
Nope, I can't follow up with questions anymore. We just have to go to a clap sync. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you all so much for listening. Talk to you tomorrow on the Quarantine Cast.